Hello fans of the Nissan GTR. So today we have a special unboxing. This is a Konami set here from 2005 of the first and second generation coupes of the Skyline GTR. So let's see here, there's not much there, there's a bunch of Japanese. And now we got a blue box here with a reveal. What is that? Alright. And then some more Japanese there. Okay. Some sort of Japanese collection. Nothing else. Alright. What is this thing? PlayStation 2. That's how old this thing is. Some Japanese. Some info on the cars, I guess. Limited edition for February 2005. Oh, very cool. I like these Konami cars, so I want to know what else exists there. If you're interested, just pause it, and that's Series 1 and 2. Series 3 and 4. And sadly, no more. I really wish Konami still made cars, because I think they have pretty good quality, and they're not overpriced in my opinion. Okay, well, let's get to these things. So, I'm noticing the blue bases. Konami's usually have black bases, but this being some sort of limited production package, they changed the color around. And nice protective foam. I'm not sure if these were displayed before. The box definitely looks used, so hopefully we won't have any problems. Now, in my history, I did a video comparing the second generation GTR Coupe, which is this thing, the 1973 edition. So I'm not going to talk about this one, really. This is all about the first generation one. But let's just take a quick look here. It's this white color here, and in fact, I got to angle the camera down, get better light. I'm looking at it here with the naked eye, and I don't see any blemishes. It's nice tail lights, cool. Yeah, I don't see any problems really, so that's no paint rash. I have a lot of Konamis, and a lot of them have paint rash, but I mean, these things are like from the early 2000s, so I looked out here. This one's in great shape, I think. I actually have the silver version of this car, so alright, that's in the other video, so if you want to check out the comparison there, just look at my history. What we're comparing today is this car. This is the first generation Skyline Coupe, the KPGC10. And this coupe came out in 1971 and was sold through 1972, so only 2 years. And the first Skyline GTR was a 4-door. It's the same, it's just a 4-door version of this, which came out in 69. So in those 3 years, they sold almost 2,000 of these GTRs, so not too many these days. Because the Japanese didn't really comprehend rust proofing until, like, I would say the 1990s, really. Anything in the 80s or below before were just rust buckets. This thing is, I think there was an auction for one of these for like $150,000 back in 2020. So they've gone up in value quite a bit because of the legend of Godzilla. You know, these things were up to the R35 models, many generations of the GTR. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at this casting now. So we got the steel wheels here, and Konami's have suspension, which is nice. It says Skyline there, and the badge really well crisply printed from what I'm seeing on the camera screen. I think these are the fuel filler caps, and it looks like there's an S there as well. Orange turn signal, some black molding there, silver door key, and door handle. Now the panel lines are kind of filled in, being a white car. And then I don't know what this silver thing is. I don't know if it's a reflector. I mean, it looks like the why isn't it orange like in the front? Not sure. Okay. Now you'll notice here there's some white dots on the, I guess, representing the body screws for this fender. And for some reason there's no fender flare on the front side, but I think that's the case with the other models we're going to compare it to, so that's okay. Let's go to the back here. Yeah, Konami does this quite often. They just have this chrome plastic for the taillights, and then they paint red over it. Unfortunately, like, the red isn't really perfectly applied. It's overrunning there. I feel like it's kind of overrunning there, so. But what is nice is the Skyline logo here. It's printed in red, and it's on top of a silver shape of some sort. Then we have a molded in keyhole and plate, just no different color. Chromed plastic bumper. Recesses, I assume, would be reflectors, but there's no paint there. There is paint there on the molded in exhaust tips. Treaded tires. These things do roll, I guess, although that tire's messed up. I'll have to mess with it later. It is riveted together. Okay, so there's the stats there. Yeah, 2003 was when this car was molded, I guess. Alright, let's go to the top here. Seems to be, well, unfortunately it's just black, so there's detail in there. I just can't see much of it. Okay, molded in wiper blades, but I don't see any paint, which is kind of lazy for a limited edition set. You would think those would be painted black. Okay, this side, I don't see any problems again. Yeah. Alright. Front bumper, chrome plastic. Lenses here, very good. GTR in a horizontal format. No, not much here on the emblem here in the center. It's just a shape, really. But the grille, yeah, I can feel it. It's textured. And then it's got this chrome application on top of it. So that's really fine detail, actually. It's one of the finest detailed grills I've seen, actually. Okay, unfortunately there seems to be like a gap there. I'm not sure if that's normal or not. Oh, down here we got 4 vents, 4 slots, but no paint. You'd think black would be good to have in there. Although I guess maybe on the real car there wouldn't. Just a shadow, right? So that actually is more realistic. Top view. We got some vents here, but barely noticeable being a white car. But for me, I'm very happy that the paint is in good condition. Again, this box set came out in 2005. Yeah, it says 2005, so this is an old model. Actually, both of them are old and they're in great shape, which is not the case with most of the Konamis I have. Well, I don't know, at least half of them I think might have some minor problems. Oh, this isn't so great though. Extra plastic sprue wasn't trimmed off really nice. Okay, well anyways, I think this is my favorite type of Skyline. This first generation GTR coupe. I'm a big fan. I don't know. It's because I never saw one in real life, I guess. So, now let's compare it to some other brands here. So you can tell I like this car because I have 5 other ones already. So this is an Aoshima chase car. This is a regular Aoshima. This is a Greenlight. Let me show you guys. I took a nail and I hammered it against an anvil until the end of the nail got flat enough to fit into the engine groove. When I say the engine groove, this groove right here. So this thing, you know, sometimes it doesn't want to stay up, so if you need to make a prop, just hammer a nail until it's thin out to fit right in there. I gotta say, Greenlight, I generally hate opening panels, but this one's okay because it's a black hood, so the gap doesn't seem as bad because it's black. And I gotta give you credit, the engine detail is better than like an M2 machines that I have. I mean, you got the 2-liter capacity going on, different colors going on, so it's relatively good. And one thing the Greenlight did compared to the other ones is it has the mirrors. And the mirrors are even silver there, so that's good attention to detail. Super nice wheels. I like these the wheels there, and then I like how Greenlight puts the license plates on. Alright, so I kind of went on to review there, but boy, this is really wide, so I'm going to take this out because it's identical to the blue car. And this is a Kyosho, but it's a race car. It's totally different, right? It's at least the front end. So I'm going to take that out of the comparison, but it is a nice model. Now this Aoshima is modified by Liberty Works, and so it's not really the same comparison-wise. Really, what we're looking at are these 3 cars. Just the regular road-going version of the 1972 GTR Coupe. So Greenlight, Konami, and Kyosho. Let's take a look here at the front end. So where Greenlight falls down is these headlights are totally unrealistic. There's no texture to the printing or anything. It's just not realistic. Whereas these two are using the clear lenses. so much better. If you look at the GTR, it's really nicely printed on the Konami. It's much smaller on the Kyosho, but the Kyosho has a little printing on the center, the Prince badge or whatever that is, whereas Konami skipped it. Konami has a better texture to the grill. The Kyosho, I think there is some texture there, it's just not very prominent. So I don't know, you guys can pause and decide for yourself which front view you like. Now the Kyosho also painted their windshield wipers black. These are transparent. And then Greenlight, ooh man, those are really big wiper blades. It's weird. Okay, from the top here, the Greenlight has a blemish here and here, right out of the package, whereas the Konami and Kyosho seem to be pretty clean. You can see some molded in detail here on the Kyosho, on this back deck. It's pretty plain on the other two though. Okay, now look at the panel gaps here. Pretty wide and filled in with paint. Kyosho is super tight. Alright, so I think Kyosho's got the body panel lines down. More definition. These here, can't barely see because it's white. At least these are painted black, so that's good. Unfortunately, I don't think I can stack all three. Can this work? I suppose you could try to pause it there and I'll focus on the middle car. You can make your own decisions there. But I do know that these Kyosho wheels, these are aftermarket wheels. The original car came with stamped steel wheels, so Konami has the stamped steel wheels. And then Greenlight has aftermarket wheels as well, I think. So I think Konami is, from the side view, is the most realistic looking. I'm not sure which I like better, to be honest with you. It's either going to be Konami or Kyosho. I'm not sure if suspension matters to you guys. Taillights, that's another big one. Alright, so Greenlight has plastic inserts with a little red trim, but you can see red around the outside, which probably isn't right. I do like the license plate though again. Konami, first of all, the car's listing. It's like the shocks are blowing out on that side of the car. But the chrome with the red, poorly applied red, not so great. I think Kyosho has the best taillights. Even though these are chrome plastic, the red paint is totally defined because there's a recessed area. So I think they did the best job. Now I gotta say, this Kyosho also has a good Skyline badge on the back. It's red printed and it's on a silver back. Red printed on a silver back. I think all three. This looks like a really small red printing on a silver back, but it's on the silver car, so it's hard to see. So all three of them got the badge right. Kyosho is missing a license plate, whereas the other two, an indication of the shape. This has an actual license plate. They all have chrome bumpers, chrome plastic pieced bumpers. They're not part of the casting, they're separate pieces. They all have the GTR logo, different proportions though. I think probably Konami's proper, it's the smallest one. There's no way the logo would be that big on a real car. So there's kind of good and bad in every brand. So I guess I'm going to have to leave it to you guys to decide which one you like the most. I don't know. I might just keep all three. I usually don't try to keep so many of the same chassis because there's so many other collectibles I want to have in my collection. But I do like this car, so... Oh well, anyways, 14 minutes, so I gotta go. And we'll see you guys. Bye-bye.